Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good wherever they are. Today, I'll be talking about a controversial subject that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And like I say in all my videos, I'm not responsible if anybody gets hurt. And sometimes in my videos, I swear. It is a controversial subject. Is dead bodies during the shit in the fan. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but it's important to talk about because in the olden days, olden days, people would, and now they would bury them. They would have services if you believed in religion, and you would bury them. You would have services, and you would bury them, or in some cultures they would do that, or if you were Jewish, you would do certain bury them, or other religions you would bury them. And in some cultures today, they cremate them, and it depends. And you could have a service, and you can mourn them, and you could bury them with family and friends. But during shit in the fan, and then you come across dead bodies, and people will want to find their loved ones during a shit in the fan. But what happens if there's dead bodies? What are you going to do, and how are you going to take care of them? And I always saw a couple of videos about it, and I'm going to put it through my perspective. I personally, if I had to do a dead body, you have to be careful because of one, not in a special order. One, they could be contaminated with once you come across a dead body, or the loved one who died. People are going to fall apart. If they are looking for family members and hoping that they're alive, they're going to be stressed out, and they'll fall apart and cry and be upset, which they entitled to. But but I'm not being wholehearted bitch or something. But everybody dies eventually. People do die eventually. You're born, you live, and you die. But people will be upset, and they won't. Usually, they would have a mortuary. But during shit in the fan, there's no mortuary. You'll have to take care of it yourself, because there won't be people around to take care of it. You'll be left in a shit. This is a scenario. So what are you gonna do, and how are you gonna make yourself safe because of rodents? If you come across ones that have rodents, or because rodents carry diseases, you have to be careful with that you don't get bit, because in the 1800s or 1700s they had the bubonic plague, and they could carry diseases, and people didn't wash and bathe right. So if you came across bodies, I think you should wash yourself and wash your hands with soap if you have some, or some stuff to keep yourself clean. And I think wearing gloves would be the best thing to do if you're going to bury someone, and have equipment to wash your hands. Like I said, put gloves on, put a mask on your face, eye protectors, and some stuff to protect yourself, and have someone bury them. Have someone in charge with burying someone, like have the shovel and take turns shoveling, because it probably would wreck your back, and you would have to. In the olden days, they had a bunch of people bury them, and that's a lot of work. And then you have to lift the dead body, probably a dead body. I've lifted animals; they're heavy, but lifting someone, that's why you see in caskets, they have like about 6 men carrying one body, and that's heavy, and that can wreck your back if you have to lift a heavy person, especially if the person weighs, like a normal person weighs, probably average man maybe weighs 180 to 200 pounds. But if the guy is obese, I think during shit in the fan, you lose weight pretty quick. So maybe they wouldn't be that heavy. And average woman weighs between 100 to 200 pounds. That's what I weigh a little more, but anyway, yeah, lifting a person is very heavy. I haven't heard that much on videos. Yeah, the like carrying someone putting, rock tying a rock over the edge and throwing a dead body, and you have to be careful, if you have cuts, cover up your cuts. If you have or anything like that, cover them up, bandage up your cuts before you deal with dead bodies or anybody. And if someone's sick, I wouldn't be around them. Or if someone has a disease or something, be very careful, because if you're with around dead bodies with the coronavirus now or anything in the future, because you're gonna go be around, like during shit in the fan, you'll be around. It could be a natural disaster, it could be an earthquake or snowstorm or rainstorm or hurricanes, and the power goes down, and you come across dead your loved ones or someone and like I said, burying them is going to be a pain in the ass, because you have to dig and then you have to throw the body in, and some people want to cover the body, which is fine, or you can use trash bags if you want, and then they bury them. Just be careful afterwards, because of wild animals, because wild animals want to dig into holes and do some nasty stuff. I know this is kind of graphic, but death is graphic, so it's not a fun subject, but it has to be said. You can't sugarcoat death. Death is death. It's not fun. It's disturbing. People die all the time now, but during Shit and Fan, it's going to be more graphic, more out there, because people will see it. It won't be hidden. There might be dead bodies all over the place, and you'll have to decide how you're gonna, what you're gonna do with the dead body. Are you gonna also? I think the best thing is cremation. A lot of people don't believe in that, but when I pass away, I'm gonna be cremated. I think it's the best thing, unless you're religious and you don't believe in that. I think that's easier thing. You light, put gasoline and you light them, and you could always say a little prayer if you wanted to, or say some words and cremate them. People will say, "What's that smell?" I'll just say, people have done it for centuries, cremation, and some religions they do it, like Buddhist and some other religions, people cremate, and I don't think anything's wrong with that. It's less work. You don't have to dig a hole. You can keep them in a cup or something, or a canister or something, or a jar, and have a picture of your dead one that passed away, and you think of good thoughts. Because just be careful when you're dealing with dead bodies that diseases come from them. You don't want to get sick from them, because of the person might have a disease that you don't know about if it's a stranger, or because just think, I would assume everybody, it might be sounding paranoid, but it's better to be safe than sorry, being across a person. I'd always wear gloves, a mask, and stuff to take care of the dead body, because you don't know what the dead body has inside them, and if it's decomposing after a while, it will smell bad. Animals will get to it, bugs, flies, rodents, you name it. It's nasty. A lot of people couldn't deal with a lot of people would throw up and get sick from seeing that, and that's what it's going to be like during Shit in the Fan. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies. So so until my next video, I'll talk to you guys later, and bye, wherever you are.